You sit at the edge of your bed in the early morning light, just waiting. Not because you're tired, not because you're sore, just because your legs feel heavy. Like your strength didn't make it through the night with you. It takes more effort to lift your arms. You walk a little slower, not from pain, but from something quieter. A kind of strength that seems to be slipping away bit by bit. You're not alone. After the age of 60 millions experience a gradual loss of muscle, a condition called sarcopenia. But here's what most people don't realize. The real culprit isn't just age. It's what happens or doesn't happen while you sleep. And the right bedtime habit could be your first step toward turning it all around. In this video, you're going to discover 4 simple natural foods you can eat before bed, foods that quietly support your body while you sleep. Each one is backed by science and chosen for its ability to help rebuild muscle, improve strength, and promote deeper rest. These aren't supplements. They're not trendy powders or extreme diets. They're gentle, nourishing ingredients you can find in almost any kitchen. And the last one? It's just a spoonful, but it might be the missing piece your muscles have been asking for all along. Stay with me. Your body may thank you tomorrow morning. 1. Kiwi. Let's start with something small, green, and surprisingly powerful, the kiwi. You might think of it as a refreshing summer fruit, maybe something you toss into a salad or slice over yogurt. But for one man named George, 74 years old, kiwi became the beginning of a real turning point. George is a retired teacher, widowed, thoughtful. He told me over tea I don't really sleep through the night anymore. And when I wake up, I feel stiff, like my body's been holding tension while I slept. He wasn't complaining. He wasn't in pain. Just tired. His legs didn't feel as stable. His arms didn't have the ease of movement he once took for granted. He thought it was just part of getting older. But I suggested something simple: eat 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Every night. For 2 weeks. That's all. 2 weeks later, George said something I'll never forget. I didn't think fruit could do much, he said, but now I sleep deeper. I wake up without that tight, creaky feeling. I actually feel like my legs belong to me again. So what makes kiwi so special? First, kiwi is one of the few fruits that naturally contain melatonin, the hormone your brain uses to signal that it's time to rest. Many people take melatonin pills, but kiwi provides a food-based version that's gentler and more easily absorbed. Studies show that eating kiwi before bed can improve both sleep quality and duration, especially in older adults. But that's just the start. Better sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's when your body performs its most important recovery work, repairing cells, rebuilding muscle, rebalancing hormones. Kiwi helps unlock those deeper stages of rest, which is where real muscle renewal happens. Kiwi is also rich in antioxidants, especially vitamin C and vitamin E. These protect your cells from oxidative stress, which becomes more common as we age. Oxidative stress is one of the sneaky causes of morning stiffness, soreness, and that heavy feeling in your legs. Antioxidants act like a cleanup crew so your muscle cells can focus on rebuilding, not fighting inflammation. There's more. Kiwi is an excellent source of potassium, a key mineral that helps regulate muscle contractions. If you've ever been jolted awake by a sudden leg cramp at 3 a.m., that's often a sign your potassium or magnesium levels are off. Including kiwi in your evening routine may help reduce those nighttime surprises. And here's something seniors especially appreciate: kiwi is easy to digest and won't spike your blood sugar. Despite its sweet taste, it has a low glycemic index, making it a safe option for people with diabetes or those watching insulin levels. It's also naturally low in sodium, making it friendly for those managing high blood pressure. So how should you eat it? Peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bed. Eat them slowly, maybe while listening to soft music or reading something quiet. Let it be a small ritual that signals to your body it's time to wind down. It's time to heal. Of course, as with anything, listen to your body. A few people, especially those with acid sensitivity or digestive conditions, may experience mild stomach upset. But for most, kiwi is gentle calming and surprisingly effective. Can you eat the skin? That's a common question. Technically, yes. The skin is rich in fiber and antioxidants. But the texture isn't for everyone. If it bothers you, feel free to peel it. You'll still get all the core benefits. This little fruit isn't flashy. It doesn't come in a fancy package, but don't let its size fool you. When used with intention, kiwi is more than a snack. It's a quiet act of strength, a signal to your body that says you're still rebuilding, and I'm giving you what you need. 2. Eggs. Now let's talk about something you probably already have in your kitchen: eggs. Most of us think of eggs as a breakfast food, something we scramble in the morning or crack into a pan next to toast. But here's what might surprise you: one softly cooked egg before bed could make a noticeable difference in how your body feels when you wake up, especially if you're over 60. Let me tell you about Lean. She's 68, full of warmth and energy, always the one to bring fruit to wellness workshops. But for years, she struggled with an invisible frustration. "I get out of bed," she once said, "and my legs wobble like overcooked spaghetti. Not painful, just unsteady." She assumed it was part of aging, so she skipped dinner and avoided snacks after sunset, hoping it would help her sleep better. But sleep didn't feel restorative. Her mornings still started with shakiness. So we made one small change: one poached egg eaten about an hour before bed. Not a big meal, just a warm, nourishing bite. 2 weeks later, she looked at me and smiled. "I didn't think it would do anything, but I don't feel so wobbly anymore. I actually feel stable." Why does it work? Eggs are one of the most powerful sources of complete protein, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to grow, repair, and function. But there's one amino acid in particular that makes eggs so effective for overnight recovery: leucine. Leucine is the switch that tells your body it's time to rebuild muscle. Without it, your muscles can't enter the repair phase efficiently, even if you get enough calories or rest. One large egg contains about 6 grams of protein and 500 to 600 milligrams of leucine, making it an ideal dose for seniors who may not respond as strongly to small portions of protein like younger adults do. As we age, the body becomes more resistant to low doses of protein. A 25-year-old might build muscle from a few bites of chicken, but someone over 60 often needs a higher quality protein source and slightly more of it to get the same result. Eggs offer that balance perfectly, but the benefits don't stop at muscle. Eggs are also a rich source of vitamin D, which is crucial for muscle strength and balance. Many older adults are low in vitamin D, especially if they don't spend much time in the sun. Low D levels can affect everything from coordination to postural control. Combine that with choline, another nutrient found in eggs, and you're supporting not just muscle, but the brain-to-muscle connection as well. This means more stability, better reflexes, and fewer of those awkward stumbles when getting out of a chair or stepping off a curb. Now you might be wondering, what about cholesterol? That's a fair question. Eggs have carried a bad reputation for decades. But the truth is, moderate egg consumption, about 1 egg a day, is not harmful for most people. In fact, research now shows that eggs can improve your cholesterol profile by increasing your good HDL cholesterol. Unless your doctor has specifically advised against it, eggs can be a safe and valuable part of your diet. Of course, how you prepare your egg matters. Soft-boiled, poached, or gently scrambled in olive oil keeps the nutrients intact and is easy on digestion. Avoid frying in butter or adding excess salt. Those add stress, not support. And if you have dental issues or jaw fatigue, a soft egg is one of the easiest proteins to eat. No chewing strain required. Many people also ask, can I pair it with anything? Absolutely. A small egg paired with a few cooked greens or a warm herbal tea makes for a soothing bedtime snack. So let's recap. If your dinner was light, if you skipped protein earlier in the day, or if you've been waking up weaker than you used to, one soft egg before bed might be exactly what your muscles need to begin restoring themselves overnight. It's not about eating more. It's about eating intentionally, about giving your body the signal, it's time to rebuild. You're not done yet. And sometimes that signal comes from something as small and simple as one perfect egg. 3. Pumpkin seeds. Next, let's talk about something tiny but mighty: pumpkin seeds. You've probably seen them sprinkled over salads or tossed into granola, but few people realize how powerful they are when it comes to nighttime recovery, especially for aging muscles. I want to introduce you to Harold. He's 72, a retired gardener with strong, weathered hands and a quiet sense of discipline. But lately he told me something had shifted. "I wake up every morning with tight legs," he said. "I stretch, I move, but it still feels like I didn't really rest." He was sleeping a full 7 to 8 hours, but his body didn't feel it. His muscles felt like they were still holding on to the day before. So we took a closer look not just at his sleep schedule, but at his evening habits. And one thing stood out: low magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that's essential for muscle relaxation. It helps your muscles release tension so they can recover fully. Without enough of it, your muscles might stay partially contracted even while you sleep. That's why some people wake up stiff or sore even after what should have been a restful night. Guess what's one of the richest natural sources of magnesium? Pumpkin seeds. Just a small handful, about 1 ounce, contains nearly 37% of your daily magnesium needs. That's a big payoff for something that fits in the palm of your hand. And when you eat them in the evening, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to unwind physically, not just mentally. But magnesium isn't all these little seeds have to offer. They're also one of the few foods that naturally contain tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, which stabilizes mood, and then into melatonin, which helps you sleep. On its own, tryptophan won't knock you out. But when paired with magnesium, you've got a natural calming 1-2 punch that supports better, deeper sleep. And better sleep means more release of growth hormone, more cellular repair, and yes, more muscle rebuilding during the night. That's not all. Pumpkin seeds are also a good source of plant-based protein, about 7 grams per ounce, plus healthy fats that slow digestion. That means your body receives a steady stream of amino acids throughout the night instead of a quick spike and crash. It's gentle, sustaining, and just what aging muscles crave. But here's what often gets overlooked: pumpkin seeds are also high in zinc. Zinc supports immune health, cell repair, and hormonal balance, including testosterone in men, which plays a direct role in maintaining muscle mass after 60. That's a lot of benefit packed into such a small snack. So how should you use them? Keep it simple. A tablespoon or 2 is more than enough. You can eat them plain, sprinkle them over a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt, or warm them lightly in a pan to bring out their nutty aroma. Just don't salt them heavily, especially if you're watching blood pressure. Sodium before bed isn't helpful, and it can cancel out some of their benefits. Now, a quick heads up: like all nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds are calorie-dense. That doesn't mean they're bad, just that it's easy to overeat them without noticing. Stick to a small portion. Think of them not as a snack, but as a nightly tonic for your muscles. A lot of seniors ask, "Can I roast them?" The answer is yes, just do it gently without added oils or sugars. Light toasting is fine. You don't need to eat them raw. So why does something so small make such a big impact? Because nature doesn't waste space. Every bite of a pumpkin seed is packed with nutrients your body knows exactly how to use. When Harold added just 1 tablespoon to his evening routine, the difference was subtle but powerful. "I'm not as tight when I wake up," he told me. "I actually feel like I slept in my whole body, not just my mind." That's what recovery is supposed to feel like. Not forced, not overwhelming, just quiet, effective support that helps you wake up stronger than you went to bed. 4. Cottage cheese. Now let's talk about the quiet champion of muscle repair: cottage cheese. It's not flashy, it doesn't come in bright packaging, and yes, some people still associate it with diet trends from the 1980s. But if there's one food that works behind the scenes to rebuild aging muscle while you sleep, it's this one. Let me tell you about Martha. She's 76. Sharp, thoughtful, and full of life, but over the past year she started to notice a shift. Climbing stairs became harder. Getting out of the car took more effort. She wasn't in pain, just tired. Her legs didn't feel like they used to. And like so many others, she was told, "That's just age." But something about that didn't sit right with her. So we tried something small, a few spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese about 30 minutes before bed. That's it. 3 weeks later, she pulled me aside and said, "It's like my body finally got the memo. I wake up with more energy. I feel stable again." Let's break down why. The secret behind cottage cheese lies in a special kind of protein it contains called casein. Unlike whey protein, which digests quickly, casein is slow digesting, releasing a steady stream of amino acids over several hours. This slow release keeps your muscles gently nourished all through the night. And that's important, because during sleep your body enters full repair mode. It needs amino acids, especially after age 60 when muscle rebuilding slows. If those amino acids aren't available, the body may actually break down muscle tissue to fuel other processes. Cottage cheese helps prevent that. Instead of waking up depleted, you wake up replenished. But there's more. Cottage cheese is naturally high in leucine, the same muscle-triggering amino acid we saw in eggs. But thanks to casein, the leucine in cottage cheese works slow and steady, giving your body the overnight fuel it needs to build, not lose. And if you're someone watching your blood sugar, here's good news. Plain, low-fat cottage cheese is low in carbohydrates. It doesn't cause blood sugar spikes. In fact, its protein content can help stabilize glucose levels overnight, which is helpful for anyone with prediabetes, diabetes, or insulin sensitivity. For people monitoring blood pressure or heart health, just choose the low-sodium, low-fat variety. They're easy to find, and they still provide all the recovery benefits without the added salt or saturated fat. So how do you eat it? Start small. Just 2 to 3 spoonfuls about 30 minutes before sleep. You can eat it plain or dress it up with a few slices of banana, a pinch of cinnamon, or even a spoonful of chopped kiwi from earlier. Keep it simple. Keep it light. This isn't a full meal. It's a signal to your body, repair is coming. Some people ask about taste and texture. If you're not used to it, it might feel unusual at first, mild, slightly tangy, soft. But it blends beautifully with fruit or a light dash of honey if needed. Others even stir in ground flaxseed or chopped nuts for a fiber and omega-3 boost. The beauty is in the ease. No cooking, no prep, no blender, no mess. You just open spoon and give your muscles exactly what they've been missing. Many older adults believe they need big, dramatic changes to regain strength, like intense workouts, expensive supplements, or complicated meal plans. But the truth is, strength after 60 comes from small, intentional habits, repeated consistently. A little protein, a little patience, a little love. And sometimes that love looks like 3 spoonfuls of cottage cheese before you turn out the light. Because this food doesn't just sit in your stomach. It works with you and for you while you rest. You may not feel it working. You may not taste the change overnight. But give it time. The results are quiet but powerful, just like the food itself. You don't need to flip your life upside down to regain strength. In fact, the most powerful results often come from the smallest, most consistent choices. Start with just one change. For the next 7 nights, try adding 2 kiwis or 1 soft-boiled egg to your evening routine. Week 2, include a spoonful of cottage cheese or a tablespoon of unsalted pumpkin seeds. Don't rush. Let your body notice the difference. After 30 days, track how you feel in the morning, your balance, your energy, how long it takes you to stand with confidence. These aren't magic tricks. They're nutritional signals. Each small food is a message to your body. I see you. I'm helping you rebuild. There's something quietly powerful about making these small choices. You're not forcing change, you're nourishing it, and it's never too late to begin. If you've felt discouraged, if you've started believing weakness is your new normal, this is your turning point. Not a restart, not a reset. Just a gentle reminder that your body still listens. Your muscles are still waiting for your support. And every spoonful, every bite is a vote for your strength. Which of these bedtime foods will you try first? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Maybe it's kiwi, maybe just one soft egg, or maybe tonight is the night you finally give cottage cheese a chance. Whatever you choose, your experience might inspire someone else. So don't keep it to yourself, share your journey. And if you haven't already subscribed to Health 360, here we're building a community that believes growing older doesn't mean growing weaker. It means growing wiser, stronger, and more in tune with what your body truly needs. You're not alone and you're not done. Let's keep moving forward together.